Hey, can you hear me? Okay.
Sorry, hang on one second. Sorry, hang on.
Hello. Are we muted on stream? No, okay. Good, all good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into the 5 Alpha League Championship Series Season 8, Week 2 action. We have Top Lane Wanderers against the Lost Chapter. We are already into the pick ban phase. My name is Revan. Join me and my good buddy, Maye. Maye, how are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm really excited to see this matchup. Two teams that are entering into week 2, 2-0. So it should be really interesting to see how these teams match up against each other.
For sure, for sure. So right into pick ban, we see, let me fix something real quick on the stream. I did not realize that the old board didn't work anymore. That's sad. But right into pick ban right away, we got Caitlyn, Yasuo, and Evelyn taken away for the side of TLW. And then for the side of TLC, they don't want to see Malphite or Trundle or the Gnar, focusing on the top side for those bans. Reasonable for sure. So far, what do you think, Maya?
Yeah, these bans seem like really solid, good targets against the key players of each team with Yasuo ban against Korn and the Gnar ban against I guess Skiz is playing top lane on that team, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's correct. Where's Eric?
I'm trying to see what they played week 1.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch them.
Actually, no, Skiz is playing mid. That's right.
Okay. Interesting.
But got Jarvan and Ash picked up for the side of TLW. Pretty good picks there. And TLC first picking the Diana, which I think is a very strong pick. They can also flex between jungle and mid. So
yeah, for sure. That Diana pick, if anybody had been watching the LCS during playoffs, Diana was pretty much pick or ban every single game, no matter what team was playing, because of that flexibility that you talked about. But the Ash and the Jarvan, two really solid engage options right out of the gate for TLW.
Indeed, and going into the second round, we see the Leona picked up for TLC, which is a PMALCS staple for the ease of execution and just go buttons that she has.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Leona, definitely a super power pick here in the PMALCS. Pretty much one that any support player can pick up and be at least, serviceable on. So it's a very strong pick, really nice engaged, really nice to pair that with the Jhin. Yeah, it looks like the Jhin lock-in will be there. So I really like what I see so far from the side of TLC. They have two really good AoE ultimate abilities. And then, Jhin has also his form of CC as well. So, really both sides locking in, engage, hard CC right off the bat.
Yeah, Jhin Leona's they can just hard CC you down for like 5 seconds. It's pretty brutal to play against. But if you pick the Morgana, then no, they can't really do that. So that's a really good pickup. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like the Morgana kind of counter to all of that CC that you see. I'm wondering if that Morgana will be in the bot lane or if it will be in mid. We'll have to find that out in a second. But Silas off the table in the first wave of the second round of bans. Yeah, so far I really like the Morgana, answer. Anivia obviously off the table. They don't want to play against that. That makes total sense. But yeah, I mean, so far a pretty standard draft. Both teams looking for their engage options early. Both teams drafting what could be jungle early, which is very, very typical to see here in the PMALCS.
Indeed. And we got a Silas Mordekaiser band coming out from TLW, targeting, guess that would be, Cornstar's pool, maybe?
Yeah.
The Mordekaiser is probably a quadratics, but the Silas is a,
yeah, Silas.
Maybe the Diana is going mid here, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe TLW knows more than what we do.
Yeah. So we see the Kennen coming out for the top lane. I actually really do like that pick. Kennen is a very nice team, has a nice team fighting ult along with, his teammates. But right now, honestly, it looks like both teams are just trying to draft really, really good team fight. I mean, obviously we talked about the wombo combo ultimate capabilities of Diana and Leona. And then of course you add the Scion, the big meatball frontliner here for TLC. So yeah, it just looks like team fight across the board.
Yeah, these team fights are gonna be very hard to keep up with all the different dive and AoE ultimates and things. It's going to be hard to keep track of what's going on. They're going to be pretty spectacular.
Yeah,
But
I'm looking forward to them.
indeed, I like the sign pickup a lot. I think it's
Ooh,
good into dive like Jarvan and Kennen. Then we have the Zed
the
for
Zed for
so that's
Cornstar.
going corn. So the Diana is going jungle.
Man,
Gosh, that's pretty bold. I can't remember the last time I've seen Corn play Zed, but it should be pretty interesting. I think his targets are Ashe and Kennen, so it should be pretty easy for him to um, get on them because they're not very mobile champions and execute them pretty easily. And then the Rise is being picked up for Skiz, and so Rise is probably just going to try his best to just survive and farm in lane as long as possible. And yeah, it'll be very interesting.
yeah. And you said I haven't seen Cornstar play Zed in a long time. I haven't seen a Zed in PMALCS in a long time. It's not a super stable pick. Most of the time you see either people, if they want to go AD, they're going the AD carry picks, or they're going they're trying to do some like maybe tank bruisers, but not really ever Zed much often in the mid lane for AD spots. But I mean, hey, if it works out, it's gonna be a very nice game for Cornstar.
Exactly. I think he has a lot of targets that Zed will be able to blow up and just be very effective in team fights. He's just got to dodge some of the CC from Morgana and Jarvan, and he should be golden.
Yeah, and we talked about both teams are really starting to draft team fight really, really, really hard, but then we see top lane wonders, they grab a Rise, which is obviously a very, very good split push champion. So that kind of tells us, maybe they pivoted sort of at the end of their little draft, thinking, they're really gonna want to stack. They don't have a super great split push option. I mean, I don't know how Zed's split push is. And Signs is obviously okay. It's a tank, but
Yeah, I mean, if the Zed gets ahead early, I think it's pretty potent split pusher because basically you have to send two people there because if Zed, no matter who on that team really is left to deal with Zed, Zed just going to dive them and pop them since he's just so easy to dive and execute people under tower. So I think it'll be pretty tough for them to deal with, especially if the Zed gets ahead and Skiz doesn't have the best time in lane. Could be pretty tricky for them.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those high risk, high reward picks you see oftentimes. Like you said, if it gets ahead, it will be a problem. But if it doesn't, Zed's kind of one of those champs. It's like, well, if you're not ahead, you're kind of just there, So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the mid jungle duo play out for TLC. How they handle this.
Yeah, it should be very, very interesting. I'm excited to see it. Yeah, I think TLW, they're lacking a bit of beefiness for sure. Jarvan usually goes like a bruiser build, and Rise isn't really. I mean, yes, he's gonna have HP, but beyond that, he's not really gonna have a lot of resistances. So really, I think it's gonna be difficult for them to survive through these fights. And I think Jhin is really good into this team composition where they don't have any big beefy tanks like a Scion. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be hard for TLW to not just get insta popped in these fights. They're gonna have to play them very, very smart, get some smart spacing, keep an eye on Zed where he is on the map, and make sure he's not getting too brutal of flanks off.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked earlier about Jhin and Leona, and as a bot lane player, both the AD carry and a support, every time I see Jhin and Leona, or even like a Jhin and Morgana, it's very scary. And that is a lane where Jhin, especially when he's not going up against a hard tank, Morgana's gonna be kind of squishy early on in the game. Jhin could get ahead fairly easily. We do see the Jhin is a pretty typical, I wouldn't say counter, but pretty typical response to the Ashe because of his range abilities, because of his Q, because of his W. But his just ability to lock down his opponent with his supports. It's gonna be I'm looking for the bottom lane, basically. So because like you said, TLW is a fairly squishy lineup, and if Jhin can get ahead, watch out.
Yeah, and we see Skiz playing. Okay, there we go. There's the trade. Okay, I thought Skiz was gonna be playing the Ashe. That would have been interesting, but Yeah, I think the bot lane's going to be pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what lane is favored in this matchup. I'm not too knowledgeable on it, but Jhin Leona can still be very deadly, especially if the Boomarkle decides to not be conservative with his Black Shield usage. Then
Mm-hmm.
it can end pretty disastrously for an Ashe or a Morgana, who are not the most mobile champions.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I'm looking at it, other than Rise, it's not a really mobile team in general. If you're thinking about, we're talking about, TLW. There's not many dashes on their team. Of course, you got the EQ combo from Jarvan, but it's not. It's going to be easy to kind of lock them down, but honestly, all of that can be negated if they can get the Rise ahead and get the split push going. Which we have Skiz on Rise. I have faith that they can really capitalize on that split push. But I'm just kind of thinking like the later this game goes, the better it might actually just be for TLW, because Rise late game, all you do is just slam your keyboard and you do 10,000 damage in a team fight essentially if a game gets past 35 minutes. But so what are you looking for each team? What do you think what is their path to victory basically?
Really, I think for TLC, if Korn gets ahead, I think it's going to be really, really hard for TLW to manage him. So I think that's really TLC's win con, is getting Korn on his feet, getting Korn to a spot where he can just one-shot whoever he wants on the map. And then at that point, it just becomes really hard for TLW. So I'd like to see Diana trying to do his best to put some pressure on this Rise and, try to get Korn maybe a couple early kills and run with him and such, and maybe do some jungle invades with Zed too, because Zed has so much early burst and early kill potential. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm also looking for the Leona, what boot she's going to go. I think that's going to really tell what they're going to be looking to do. Because if she goes the Moby boots early on, she's going to be looking to roam around and see if she can get into Zed's lane. If that's the case, then Skiz might have a tough time on that Rise for sure. So like partner up with the Diana, getting some support jungle dives going in the mid lane will certainly help get your Zed ahead. But looking over at TLW, and I still see some mega team fight. Obviously, you have the Jarvan ult, the Ashe ult could start off any fight, and then you just pop Cannon on top of it. And if Rise can stay alive from the Zed in those fights long enough, obviously he can just do a world of damage, world of pain, as we have seen in the past, both in the PMALCS and in the professional leagues as well. So we are just about to get into the game here. Everybody who's in the chat, we got a handful of folks here watching. People in the chat, let me know, who do you think is going to win? Are we going to have TLC or TLW taking game number one? Bacon Bit says poopy. I'm not quite sure which one that means, but a couple things. Unlike Draven said, red team dubs. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will certainly have to see, as we are just about to get into this one here shortly.
Indeed, I just loaded in, so.
All right.
One thing that's interesting is seeing the Diana took Electrocute, so going for the more bursty approach versus like Conqueror. I'm going to pause at 10.
All right. Paused at 10.
All right.
All right.
3. Oh, you count it.
On go. 3, 2, 1, go. Let me get rid of the time controls.
Oh, see, Skiz taking the exhaust too. That's pretty funny. So basically, just trying to say, "Screw you, Korn. I'm just gonna exhaust you when you try to all in on me, or any of the teammates really too." TOW looking for that early invade maybe with having the Morgana, but it's gonna get spotted out by Korn here, so they're probably gonna be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to get that ward. The Morgana Q not gonna land.
It was close though, a little bit wide, but almost spicy.
Yeah, I always like having more than just a little bit more of a 5 point. But we do see Hodor going to drop that ward on the blue buff. Very heads up of him to go and head into the enemy jungle and get some information, some early information for his squad for sure.
Indeed. Also, Guy Fieri going with press the attack. Is that normal on Kennen nowadays?
I don't. I've literally played one game of Kennen. It was probably an ARAM, so I have no idea.
We'll take a quick look on DWG. Like, I feel like Electrocute or Base Rush makes a lot more sense, but maybe there's a secret tech I don't know about. Like, or yeah, some people pros playing Conqueror, Airy. I'm just not really sure on that one, because it's not really you can't really use that in a team fight at all. Like, the only real advantage of PTA is in lane on Kennen.
All right.
No.
Looks like we could see a level 2 gank coming in here. There are pings, and Slash is waiting in the wings. But it looks like Cornstar is going to sniff it out. Slaga just stopping by to say hello as he goes on his way to this top jungle.
Indeed, and good pressure there from Slasha, though. Like to see it on Jarvan. Level 2 is probably the strongest gank in the game.
As we see on the bottom side, level 2, like you said, there is the double root. BoomMarkle forced to flash away. The exhaust does come through, and the heal from Ganwing is going to keep his support alive. But flash and heal burn. But on the bottom side, once again, BoomMarkle landing another Q. But I love to see that. I love to see bottom lanes. The second they hit level 2, they go right, and especially if you have a bottom lane like Leona and Jhin.
Yeah, for sure. So one that can apply so much early pressure and early kill potential.
Yeah, so they're getting a good push here. When those Scuttle Crabs come up, I'm curious to see what they're going to do, if they plan on rotating up, helping their jungler out for that one, or pushing in and getting a little bit of deep information. But we do see Evangelist here. Looks like he's going to take his back and not elect to go straight for that bottom Scuttle. Interesting decision right there. Interesting choice, because I mean, yes, I guess they do know that Slaga is on the top side of the map because they saw it earlier, but yeah, there are the pings coming through now, so they know he's there.
It's really... Diana's early clear is pretty fast, so I'm not really sure what happened to Evangelist there, but it's interesting. Now they got a 3 buffed, but...
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. He's gonna be down almost a full camp.
Went back and bought a Dark Steel though, so that's something.
that is the move, I guess.
Yeah,
we do see Slaga once again looking here at his mid lane. He's gonna go in on Corn. He's gonna get the knock up. The root is gonna follow, but Corn's gonna flash away. Flash follow does not. He is gonna get the first blood that will go over to Slaga. Slasha. Nice gank from the mid lane.
Indeed, very well executed there, getting the knock up, and really great follow up there by Skiz and getting that first blood onto Jarvan. Pretty good for them, and putting Corn behind, which is exactly what TLDW needs to do.
Yeah, for sure. Great start for them so far. They had their early jungle advantage. Nice black shield. I don't know if the Zenith Blade would connected, but good reaction there. Skiz still trying his best to punish there in the mid lane as he goes to get his, looks like it will be his first back of the game. No, this will be his second, actually. I think, right? Yeah. So just kind of looking around the map, we see a 1,000 gold lead here for the side of the top lane Wanderers. And, you know, most of it is through that one kill, but we do see a very nice CS lead forming in the top lane, as you kind of would expect. And then about a 10 farm lead in the jungle there for Slaga Slasher. That feels really nice. You have a kill, you have a 10 CS lead as well, so that feels really, really good there for Slaga.
Yeah, top lane. Oh gosh, so close for
man.
Eric there, but
Evangelist on the bot side, gonna see if he can find something. He's gonna clear this ward out. So curious to see what he does after, if he decides to, you know, come back if the bot lane pushes up a little bit too far. Yeah, there are pings going, so they do know that he is there. And we do see Slaga Slashing heading on down And just waiting in the brush, but I don't know if anything's going to come out of it because there are mid lane missing pings yet. But junglers just kind of seep back into their jungle. Nothing going to happen.
Yeah, I was looking a bit scary there for a second with Rise coming down, but they sniffed that out on Rise being missing, so.
For sure. Another nice Morgana Q coming down, but we see pings from Sligo coming down, looking to have his second gank of the game. He's got a sweeper. They don't know he's in the brush, and it looks like they are trying their best to shovel. Boomarco's going to look for a Q here. If he lands it, that's a nice flash, but nice flash response. We got TPs coming in from Quadratic. He's going to be coming in. He pops the ultimate, but the Black Shield's going to stop it. A nice Black Shield from Boomarco, blocking up 2 forms of CC, but it's not going to hit the knockup. As he is taking very low, but here comes Kennen over the top of the big ult. Tons of damage. Guy Fieri takes down Labyrinth, and that's going to be another one for Slag. A 2-4-0 in the bottom lane fight.
Yeah, that's a massive TP by Kennen there. It's really just made that fight unwinnable for TLC. Bit of an interesting start there, especially with the Jarvan mixing up the order on the EQ. But
yeah,
you know, it's all part of the blade ban. And Cornstar going on to Ganwei, and it's gonna fall just barely.
The man's gonna take him down. Cornstar's still hanging around. He is level 6, but yeah. So it will pick up the Drake, even though it was ended up being a 2-for-1. But you talked about Guy Fieric's rune choice. Is Vamp Scepter a typical item you would see on Kennen? I don't know. I really have no idea. I honestly have no clue. So
I guess Guy Fieric is going for the coveted 80 Kennen build, which is interesting to say the least.
It's the tech, guys. It's the tech.
It's the tech. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be their split pusher this game is 80 Kennen. It's interesting.
I guess so, but Corsair's going to go into Skiz as Evangelist shows up. Slaga's also around, but he's only level 5. Maybe they'll be able to get Skiz out of it. The EQ combo does not save his life, but Labyrinth is going to take him down. Slaga Slasha now running for his life. He doesn't have Flash. He might have the combo up soon so he can get out, but... And they're just chasing for... Yeah, he's going to use the Flag and Dragon to get out, but Cornstar still looking to chase. Lab has probably got... Yep, there's the W right there. There's the root. And there is the shutdown. 2 kills now. An extra 150 gold in the pocket of Cornstar.
Yeah, Corn's really, really happy now. He's got quite a bit of gold. Probably going to get his mythic item off of this back. And things are going really well for him. And actually, no, goes for the Lucidity boots. So I guess that'll help him have his ultimate up more often and put a little bit more pressure on the map with that. But yeah, I guess with Kennen now the PTA choice makes a lot more sense since he's going AD Kennen, so gonna be auto-attacking a lot in fights.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, nice step there by Guy Fieric. He's gonna go right back onto him. He just now realizes Evangelist is there, so he's not gonna pursue any further. But we do see on the way pings. Skiz has his ultimate available. That's a nice Ashe ultimate to land to start the fight off. On the bot side, still rooted down is Labby, but a return root onto the killing spree. Boomark will take it down. Meanwhile, on the top side, they get a trade kill back onto Evangelist.
Yeah, really good play there for Corn following up on that, and they were able to get that kill. Corn now having 3 kills, going to be a very, very scary Zed, and good on TLW for making that play work on the other side of the map, punishing Evangelist and Quadratic on that, kind of overstaying a little bit.
Yeah, that's nasty. Guy Fieric just having his way in the top lane here.
Yeah, the 80 Kennen tech's interesting. I think you max up. But
Skiz is looking for Evangelist. See if he's going to be able to get the kill. That's the ultimate. He is going to be able to get out. Cornstar's here as well, so I don't know if they're going to want to pursue this. Slaga Slasha is going to be... That's a ton of damage. Slaga Slasha, he stays alive. But is taken down at the back end of the fight. But, yikes.
And the shutdown going over to Ryan is going to help out his scaling a little bit. But, yeah, the part of the tech with Kennen is I think Guy Fieric's going to be maxing E, because when you cast your E on Kennen, I believe you get a pretty good attack speed steroid. So then that helps you dish out your DPS with your press the attack, and he's probably going to be going Bork here. So that's pretty a core item of 80 Kennen is that on-hit damage, and it's going to be really good into Scion, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Corn really, really went a bit too deep for that play there, but at least still got the kill. but
Yeah.
did give over a shutdown to Skiz, which is not ideal.
Yeah, he gave her the shutdown to Skiz, and we talked about early. You know, the goal is going to be try to get Cornstar up ahead, and I mean, so far he is just actually no, he's actually behind because of the farm difference. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it's about 30, almost a 30 CS difference. So, Skiz, even though he's down in kills, he is up ahead just about 400 gold. So, and that's really nice for him. Sligo looking for this scuttle. Cornstar hanging around. I don't think much is going to come from this, though. Cornstar might be caught in a bad spot because we do see the rise here. Nah, he's just going to jump over the wall. No harm done.
Quick shadow away. Dude, we got this dragon spawning pretty soon, which is, what is this drake? Can I see it? Ocean drake. Okay, there we go. Giz having to burn the flash there in the mid lane. Got a little bit scared of the corn damage.
The corn damage.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice ultimate right there from Hodor Nation. He's going to go right on to Ganwi, and meanwhile, Quadratic is coming in. He's going to get the knockup. He's going to get the second one, and Boomarkle is taken down for the second time this game. Slag is meanwhile looking in the mid lane for Cornstar, and he's going to pop his ult, but it does not matter. Skiz takes that one down, so across the map, 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, Skiz almost having the outplay there, able to flash the Jarvan ulti, but then Rise, he was just too low of HP to make it out. A bit of skirmishing in the mid lane, doesn't seem much will come of it with Leona rotating, and I think got spotted out too, but the Ocean Drake is up, so we'll see if either team starts making some advances towards it.
A little bit of skirmishing, a little bit of skirmishing happening down as they're setting up for this Drake. That's a nice route onto Hodor Nation. The Agile's going to come in. Oh, and he's going to flash right onto it. Evangelist is going to be taken down here. That is 2 dead immediately right at the start of the fight. Genel still coming over. Is going to do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Skiz is rooted in place, but he will look to get away. So a 3-0 for TLW, and they are going to get the Drake.
Yeah, that's a fantastic Ashe ulti there from Ganwi, and just locking up an Evangelist. I can't even say his name. Take it. Locking up Diana for a very long time, and Korn though just popping. Jarvan.
Korn, Labby getting a little bit antsy there, going forward with the Gale Force, hoping he can get a kill. But Korn could probably just go in and pick up a couple here, but he's gonna look to play it safe. Oh, he. Oh, what? What happened? I'm so confused. Does he not teleport with him? I'm confused.
I thought he would, but I guess
too.
not. And what's his name certainly thought to do. The Boomarkle certainly thought to.
He flashed. Oh man, that was certainly an interesting happenings.
Yeah, I guess it's. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought for sure that the Zed would go with them, but I guess so not.
Yeah, I have I have no idea what just happened right there. That was really interesting. I thought he was just going to travel with them. I think Korn might have also thought, but maybe it had something to do with the shadow, like an interaction that way that stopped. I don't know. I have no idea what happened, but
yeah. Where's Riot Kirk 7 when you need him?
But meanwhile, in the top lane, we got Quadratic looking to go in on a Guy Fieri once again, but he's just been having, over and over again, the not great side of these exchanges. But meanwhile, Evangelist is going to get caught between a rock and a rise, and he's going to get taken down real fast. And they are going to secure that Drake early on. It's 12-7. They're up just over 4,000 gold. TLW is, and so they are all over this game.
Yeah, that's not the greatest call there by Diana to do that Rift Herald. Just a bit risky with not knowing where the Jarvan was, and
yeah, but Ashall coming down, nice black shield right there to stop the Leona ult, even though it was just before it. But nice side step, Boomarkle, but a flash Zenith Blade is gonna land onto Boomarkle. One more auto is gonna do it, but Ganway's just free firing onto Leona. He's gonna take her down. And Ganway's still going on to Labby. It's going to be a double kill for the TLW bot laner.
Yeah, that was quite the bait there by the Boomarkle. Probably would have been a bit better there to just try and focus the Ashe down, put some CC onto her and blow up Ganway in.
Yeah, Cornstar, one more auto is going to take him down probably. He's going to be able to pick it up. And at this point, TLW, they're just kind of rolling all over this game. Evangelist is running for his life back to the base, but yeah. So what can TLC do to get back in this one?
It's gonna be really difficult because I think TLW scales a lot better. So maybe getting a couple picks here and there. You have some really good pick potential with Scion, Leona, Jin, and then just taking some smarter fights here and there. I mean, Korn is still very strong, and so I think if you play around Korn Star, not really taking team fights unless Korn is there would probably be the smart move because the rest of the map is just so far behind. You have 2K gold lead in top lane and well, gold leads across the map, but
yeah, for sure. The top lane, Quadratic, he's getting locked up and he's gonna get taken down. Skiz is dominating. There's 4 players on his team who have got a bounty on their heads. Cornstar is gonna see if he can find something, but he just disconnects.
That's an opportune time to DC right there.
I was like, whoa, well, okay.
Might not go very well for them.
He's got back in the game. He's been chatting. I think we're about to be able to go. Yeah, Panda says, awful. Oh, man. So, game 1, TLW are absolutely steamrolling this. They've got about an 8,000 gold lead. TLC, is there any way they can come back? Obviously, other than a massive throw.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be really, really difficult, and especially with TLW already having 2 Drakes, it's gonna take some. Yeah, it's gonna take some really, really hard throwing by the side of TLW, and even if they just dive 5 times over, I still think it's gonna be hard. But
yeah, I think you're right about that one. So what I want to see, TLW do is actually I want to see how quickly they can close this one out. Because one thing that's not necessarily a knock, but one thing that is a very good indicator of how well a league team is working is, you've got a good lead, you're gonna win the game. How cleanly can you close it out? Are they gonna have a couple of throws and we're at 33, 34 minutes and they're still trying to close the game out or what have you? But I want to see how cleanly they can close this one out. Because like you said, they've got 2 Drakes. They've got all the advantages in the world. Rise is absolutely a mile ahead. But here we are back into the action. Cornstar was going to try to come over and kill DCs and then immediately says, okay, bye.
yeah. That was probably very wise move on his part. No. I froze a bit.
Yeah, yours froze. Mine froze too.
I'm at 1658.
Yeah, I'm frozen there too. Let's see.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay, so you're at 1702.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Cool. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Random pauses are my favorite.
Oh man.
And we do see Kennen picking up that Bork, so Guy Fieri going to be a pretty strong split pushing threat at this point, but we'll see what they end up having the Kennen look to do.
Yeah, it looks like they're sending Rice top, and it looks like they're going to send the Kennen bot lane. So we could look to see a potential 1-3-1 to try to squeeze, get a better stranglehold on this game. They really want to try to break this bottom tower because if they can do that, then they'll have obviously all the outer turrets out, and then the tier 2 in the mid lane's gone, and then they can really start to get really deep into the jungle, start to set up some picks, and really close this one out.
Indeed. Yeah, this Rise is pretty massive now with 2.5 items and a completed Seraphs. So
yeah,
it's gonna be pumping out the damage.
He is on the top side though, but we see Guy Fieri. He might be caught out a little bit. He's gonna pop the ult to try to get away, but that's not gonna happen. This is a shutdown. Leona ult's gonna come through, but Sliga is gonna be able to get out. Boomarkle taking a couple Jin ults for his AD carry there. Nice Q to get him away, but you just pause for a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I mean they get a pick, and it looks like they might be able to get this Drake here. The Ashe ult goes sideways, but they're gonna take down Cornstar the second he comes out of this. Yep, and there he goes. Hodor Nation is also very low, but you might be able to get out of this. And Sliga Slash is looking for it, but that's a nice EQ to go through the entire team and take him down. Boomarkle is very low, but Evangelist is going to get taken down right as he's about to get the kill. But Quadratic could not take down Skiz, and an absolutely insane fight about a that was so extended. Oh, the Gale Force 4! Labby! Oh, and an ace. Eventually, it came down to the ace for TLW. That fight was so extended. Oh my goodness gracious.
Gosh, yeah, it was a massive Diana ult too. That Evangelist went that chunked TLW, which resulted in Sion picking up a couple kills there. But still a bit scrappy. Corn was kind of on a different page than the rest of the team, it seemed like there, which was unfortunate because he's probably one of the strongest members of the team right now. But they were still able to make it a pretty close fight, which was really impressive. I was not expecting that from TLC, but
yeah, it was good to see them, make the fight really close. I mean, it came down to a 1-on-2. Unfortunately, Labyrinth wasn't able to get that kill, wasn't able to get the critical shot off. I'm not sure which, bullet it was or which shot it was, but, it started with the Kennen to start to get caught out a little bit. And so then you look like, maybe TLC's got a little bit of life. They start the dragon up. But, the turn is just absolutely there. Skid shows up to the fight, and it's just game on from there. But sole point now for TLW at 20 minutes in.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty massive for them if they get that. It's going to be a lot of damage coming out with an Infernal Soul if they are able to pick that up.
Yeah.
And we do see Guy Fieri kind of being a split push cannon here and, able to chunk out that Scion pretty well, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, we see that outer turret. Skiz is doing all he can to get that split push going. And we do see the 1-3-1 starting to come through. Guy Fieric's looking for Evangelist in the jungle. He's not going to be able to land the first ability, but he's going to get the stun down. Evangelist is going to be taken down, but not before he pulls him in. Guy Fieric's still very low, but he is going to live. Slash is unstoppable. Absolutely monstrous game from him, from start to finish. He started with showing up at level 2, not really getting much done, but after they picked up that first scuttle, he got the first blood in the mid lane. So he's just been all over the place. Shout out to
and I guess Skiz was able to just pop Labby there. That the camera didn't even show us anything at all, but it's probably just a full Rise combo that led to a quick death.
Yeah, he just went and then he was dead. So
a Rise classic.
A Rise classic. Yeah, I started playing Rise a little bit. I was like, wow, no wonder people do so much damage. You get fed, you just press QW a lot and E a couple times as well in there too. Oh, not able to land the cross there, but would that be a kill? Also, Boomarkle has been absolutely huge this game with his Qs, just landing, almost every single one of them. Again, we're not really able to land the ultimate, but Cornstar's going to go after him. The shield bow is going to pop, and Cornstar's going to run away, but he's going to take him down. That's 2 for 1 so far. Slasha is dominating. And they did that. They pretty much won 2v1 or got 2 for 1 in a 4v5 fight. So pretty good there for TLW, as Guy Fieri is going to be pushing in that top wave looking for that top tower.
Yeah, TLW is just really far ahead. It's hard to really get anything, but I mean, Zed is still Zed though and can just pop a Nash at the drop of a finger, but it's still really hard for them to actually win any team fight beyond that.
Yeah, nice Rise ulti to get them out. They're trying their best to keep this pressure up. And he DC'd again.
Quality stuff. Quick reconnect.
So almost 13,000 gold lead. They're just looking to close this game out. 22, heading into 23 minutes. The Soul's coming up in just under 2 minutes. But, so far so good. Obviously for TLW, they started the week off 2-0, looking to extend their game-winning streak to 3 in a row. A great start from them, for sure. But they are looking. They're gonna probably push out here, get a little reset, and then start to set up for the Drake that is coming up in 1 minute. Are you frozen again?
Yep.
Oh my
Thanks,
Lanta.
Riot.
Thanks, Riot. I thought this only happened to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh man. But anyways, back into the game we go. They are resetting, backing off the map. It looks like they are going to head straight for that Drake that is up in just under a minute. And as a result, you know, they slunk away. And so, you know, TLC is using this opportunity to get some vision down into their jungle. Maybe checking the Baron, thinking they might be the Baron as well. But TLW is looking for the Dragon. It's a little bit early for a Baron that's, you know, not completely uncontested. So smarter move. Oh my lord.
And another corn DC.
Another core in DC.
Where's the pause? There it is. Stop. All slash pause.
all slash pause.
Yeah. I don't know. I think an early Baron would actually be pretty easy for TLW, especially since they have Kaden, which is an ADC now, and Ashe, and Ryze has really impressive DPS. So I think they could, and even Jarvany, which is the attack speed steal, right? I think they would be able to shred it really, really quickly. So I think an early Baron could be in the cards for them. But
yeah, it is looking like they're thinking about the Dragon instead of it. Yeah, Murphy Rodhead says letting Ryze through is pretty pog. I agree. Yeah, Panic. Oops, my bad. I'll make sure to not have my Facebook notifications on. Oops. But so far, I mean, DLW, they're looking really impressive. The mid jungle synergy of Sliga and Skiz is just absolutely shining through this game. Sliga posting, trying to do the math real quick. Yeah, posting the biggest kill participation. He's got 21 out of the 26 kills. Very impressive for him. Somebody, if you remember back in the minute split, was in the lower division as one of the few junglers in the lower division, and did a very nice job. It looks like we are ready to go though. Or wait, never mind. It's like I saying they're ready to go, but yeah, I mean, honestly, not much to say. They're just kind of running through this one, kind of from start to finish.
Yeah, they really do be, but we'll see how quickly they can close this out. Which I mean, it really should be able to close this out really quickly for being 12K gold ahead. So
for sure.
But we'll see one last try here from TLC, trying to make a miracle happen at this Infernal Soul fight.
So everybody, how's your night going? See Bacon Bits and Sounds spamming random emotes in the chat. I like the squid. That's nice. Nice. Are you playing this split? I can't remember.
Yes, I'm on Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Gotcha. I'll play. Yeah, I'm taking this split off because I don't know. League of Legends is boring right now, but I'm taking this split off.
Fair enough.
Like after the last split, I just kind of like stopped playing a little bit, and then I didn't really come back. But you know, I wanted to definitely stay involved and keep doing some casting stuff because they always need casters and streamers and stuff like that. But it's really weird because I'm having to research like who's on what team again. I have no idea. But we do have a sub coming in. Unlike Draven, subscribe with Prime, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already. Corn had to go get more internet from the supermarket. If you have not already, ladies and gentlemen, on the right side of the screen, you might see something that's a little blue thing that says free sub ready. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe. That's how I do my subscribing to PMALCS with Amazon Prime. It helps the stream out. We can get cool cool skins, cool prizes for people. That's how we do our little winning payouts at the end of the split. But if you have not already and you have your Amazon Prime available, subscribe to the channel. He also DC'd from Discord. Says Hodor.
Boy,
Indeed.
that's a property. See,
I'd say his internet went down, ladies and gentlemen.
quite likely.
Linda says, I'm gonna go get some water. So correct me if I'm wrong, the rules are 15 minutes, right? If a team uses more than 15 minutes of pause time, they just got to go. Just have to play. I think that's right. I've never seen it get there, but yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to mute myself and I'm going to play some music while we sit and watch this game has been paused. So yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'll say the AD cannon has worked pretty decently this game so far. Nothing like, oh my gosh, this pick is broken, but it's like, it's sufficing.
I mean, his landing was something. Like, it basically made it where Quadratic couldn't play the game early on. So there's that.
Yeah, it's pretty toxic indeed.
But then again, natural range advantage anyways is gonna do that for you.
Look at how much gold Skiz has.
I'm scared. Oh, wait, what? Oh my. That's absurd. That's rude.
A casual 13k.
Casual 5,000 more than his opponent. That is almost half of his team's advantage.
just a bit whack, if I've ever seen it.
All right, well, he has reconnected, it looks like. So it looks like we could be getting back into the game here soon.
Hopefully. There we go.
All right, let's go.
Oh my god.
And it paused for you too.
Yeah.
Oh my riot.
Right, please.
Riot pulls.
Greg, fix your game.
Yo, what is going on? I don't understand.
Me neither.
Like, I've had it pause for like a second or stutter for like a half second before, but never just like a straight up not moving. Okay, there we go. Anyways, back into the game. 24 minutes in. They're setting up for the soul that's coming up in about 30 seconds. Nice job getting a little bit of deep vision, making the jungle as dark as possible for TLC. They don't want them to get any sort of foothold, and they're going to go right into Hodor Nation, and he is going to be taken very, very low. He's going to pop the locket to stay alive for now, and he's going to do just that. A nice disengagement. Skiz has gone maybe too far. He's going to get taken down. That is a shutdown, but Evangelist also will get taken down right behind us. Like a Slasha is godlike. It's a 2-for-1 overall. Skiz being taken down, but the jungler Evangelist down means...
Cannon's going for the end.
But Cannon wanted to go for the end.
Oh, it's actually Master Flank here. He just got Infernal Soul. Yeah, it's a bit of a scrappy fight. I think it was a bit bold of TOW to try and engage there. Didn't really have the team ready, but I mean, there's still 2-for-1 at the end of the day, but just a bit greedy.
Yeah, a bit greedy there, and they had the TLC had a pretty good disengage on it, but Skiz stepped just a little bit too far forward, got caught by the Diana Gold, got caught by the Scion knockup, and you know, there it was. And we do see the pings coming in for the Baron. So they are looking to grab that Baron real quick and make the final death march.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, this should be the nail on the coffin once they get this. But looks like TLC's gonna try to fight for it.
It looks like they're gonna try to fight for it, but they
I
are
don't
waiting for them.
understand. They don't have Jhin. They don't have Leona. Why are they up this far?
Oh, what a Rise Ultimate Quadratic, and Corsair just
Surprise!
standing there watching his teammate go
Cord,
and die
Cord,
But Corsair, he's gonna be able to
he's
escape.
out! He's out!
He's gonna be able to get out, but no, he's gonna go back in
Oh
the stun.
the cannon!
Well, Corsair getting a little, I don't know what to call that there, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess you hate to see it. Avengers. What are you doing? No way. No way, dude. No way.
Quick back. All right.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Confused.
How did literally both of those things just happen? Like literally the entire team walked past him.
Just PMALCS things.
Yeah, TLC, when you go back and watch this film, which you might be watching right now, so you might have already seen it. Or TLW, when you watch this film, you're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, there's just a Diana there.
Oh, but the Jhin ult coming through. Skiz is gonna go gold, but I think he might be taken down immediately there. Yeah, the black shield's gonna come through, but nothing's gonna happen. Slash is just doing a ton of damage. Hodor Nation's gonna see if he can try to get something started, but it's not gonna happen. It's a 3-for-1. Quadratic's gonna die once. He's gonna die a second time. They're just going to march this one in. 30-second plus death timers for everybody remaining. And we see GG's coming in through for Evangelist. So, ladies and gentlemen, TLW is going to take game number 1 over the Lost Chapter.
And GG's pretty decisive win there for TLW. Really well played by them.
Yeah, definitely really, really well played by them from start to finish. I mean, you know, you had Slasher early on just getting his mid laner just ahead, just kind of shutting down that Zed from start to finish. And they did not really have a chance in that one. It was a very, very well executed game from them. Zavaklubs says another Boom Markle smash, and I have to agree with you. Have to agree. So let's talk about MVP real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the MVP goat rolling. So what do you think? Who do you think deserves MVP from that one?
Yeah, I think it's just gotta be Skiz. He did 27,000 damage, and I think Slasha did a great job of getting ahead early, but then it was really Skiz that was making a lot of the key plays and fights to transition into the mid game.
Yeah, I think I might be with you on that one. Yeah, I think I might be with you on that one. You could also make a case from Slasha. It was all over the place early on, but you know, trying to make the thing real quick. Give me a second, folks, while I get this organized. Skiz.
What do you have to do? Yes, you have to do everything.
Let's see, Guy, Flaga, Skiz, and Boom Mark. All right. Okay.
I will say Erica is very impressed with the 80 cannon. It was
it was very poggers.
It was pretty cool.
What?
You have to be the Boom Markle. Yeah, this is true. If you're the Boom Markle, then you'd probably get MVP Saga. So simple as that.
Which one is landed? I assume you be more. So the straw poll is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Go do the voting thing. Who do you think got MVP game 1? And while you guys are doing that, we are going to cut the stream here real quick. we will be back in just a few moments for game number 2.